in a mathematical sphere that's rotating, then can I infer that it happens in nature? Is that your question?
I'm saying that if this I'm going to repeat it. If it occurs in geometry, does it also occur in reality? That's my question.
That's a yes, then. So yes, you're asking.
I have to prove
yes,
it.
That's a yes. For the love of Jesus. Yeah, you don't have to keep babbling through me. I'm just looking for a yes. Yeah, so you're saying if it occurs in geometry, that would be Coriolis effect, mathematically described on a sphere. Does it occur in actuality in nature? Well, the way you establish that is by showing it happening in nature. And you know what we call that? We call that a phenomena. So all you need to do is to establish if this geometric effect you're describing with mathematics occurs in physical reality, that's physics, is to show it actually happening. So, for the 57th time, can you show us things drifting in nature so we can establish if this occurrence in geometry occurs in nature? Can you show us it happening in nature then?
So testing and experimentation can occur in the laboratory.
Testing it. Now we move on to begging the question. Let's assume it's happening. He's not showing us it in nature. He's not conceding it doesn't happen in nature. He's not taking us to it happening in nature and describing it. No, he's just assuming it now happens. Even though he's specifically asked, how do I know if this occurs in nature? This thing that happens in geometry. Well, you show it happening in nature. Can you show it happening in nature? If the Earth's spinning and we've got deviation, that's the next thing off his breath. Show us it in nature.
Measurements of this deviation.
Where? What was shown doing it in nature?
No, I don't need that.
You don't need it? You've asked me if this geometric occurrence happens in nature. I ask you to show me it in nature, and you tell me you don't need it?
Nathan, like I have my observation now is the experiment part.
Experimentation comes after observation of natural phenomena. This was in the citation you gave us. First you observe natural phenomena for it to be physics. Not first experiment and then I'll describe something that I've conjured in the experiment as a phenomena. That's not how it works. The first thing you need to do is establish the thing you asked me. How do I know if this happens in nature or not? You show it happening in nature. And if you can't show it happening in nature, guess what? It's not happening in nature. Nothing's drifting. Earth isn't turning. We don't observe drift in nature. I wouldn't have to request the fundie that believes it's happening and describes it happening in geometry as whether or not it occurs in nature. He'd just show me it happening. He can't because it doesn't. Earth's not turning. We don't have any Coriolis effect.